currently boasts of 350 employees, including 10 partners. CA Gopal Balasubramaniam and his Qatar Auditors Registry number 251 is a common feature in the local dailies in Qatar for the last 12 years. Qatar is, CA Gopal is one of the active Indian community members, and he had been the chairperson of Doha chapter of ICAI in 2001-2002. Amongst this panel, after Dilip Thakkar sir being a founder chairman, he is the senior most. And after being in the EXCOM for 3 years. He has been treasurer of ICC Doha, IBPC Doha, and he was the recipient of Dilip Thakkar CA Professional Achievers Award in 2016. And he figured in the top 50 prominent Indian achievers in Qatar in the book The Indian Odyssey in Qatar, released in 2016. Passionate about cricket, passionate about music also, and now he has set his own company called Bits and Tunes. Lead singer also in local orchestra. An avid traveler, and he has a team called Desi Army who traveled around the world to secure the and had been to UK, Australia, New Zealand and various other countries. Very warm welcome, CA Gopal sir. It's an honor to see you again on this forum.
Thank you very much, Nirlep.
Yeah, sir, the question for you is, since your career began, you have been in Big Four, as we saw in your profile, which has always attracted interest of the CA. Even when I did my CA, even now also. Can you please elaborate on the opportunities available in Big Four, especially in audit, and what are the skill sets required for the same?
Yep. Thank you.
Sir, respectfully, screen is all yours.
Sure. Thank you very much for that flowery introduction. Let me straight away go to the question which you have posed on me. Similar to this session, what we are having now, I had the privilege to address the CA students last month, where I addressed exactly the same question about audit or the professional services firm as a career by choice. So what I would like to say is a stint in a Big Four firm in the early years especially helps a great deal for any accounting professional. Now, especially if you're an audit, you get the fundamentals of accounting deeply rooted in you. And the opportunity to work with different audits of variety of sectors, industry sectors, and of different sizes really power the professional with the knowledge of different accounting practices of variety of sectors. And this experience helps any professional in his journey, whether he continues to be in the professional services firm or he decides to move on to industry to serve as a financial controller or a risk professional or an audit professional in any company. This experience in a Big Four firm early in your career really puts fundamentals of your accounting knowledge deeply rooted in you, and that will really help you. But persons like me have got become part and parcel of a professional services firm. That's this is also possible, which I will just dwell into details. But any professional services firm, whether it's a Big Four firm or a second tier firm or even a small tier firm, will always have audit, tax and consulting services. These three large clusters will be available in any of the firms. A lot of noise.
Sir, Gopal sir, sorry to interrupt sir. Ranganathan ji, can we please mute everyone except Gopal sir? I am also doing myself.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Good. In terms of the skill sets, Nirlep, what I would like to say is persons who are committed to, say, accuracy, integrity and quality, who have attention to detail, analytical skills and adaptability, problem solving skills, all these skills will make you a right fit for assurance career. But in the last decade or so, unfortunately, majority of business failures are linked with audit failures. And this has severely impacted the expectation of users of the financial statements from the auditors. And also this has created enormous pressure around audit quality requirements. In layman terms, audit quality means what? It is following the right procedures consistently as required by the rules and the literature, and most importantly, challenging the clients sufficiently around the accounting policies, practices, judgments and estimates, followed by the company's management. Having a right level of professional skepticism is what is the order of the day. So I mean a healthy and a constructive challenge within the four walls for the client in terms of literature requirements and the available facts is what is required to be a successful assurance professional. Of course, it is at most critical to maintain objectivity and independence as an assurance professional because majority of the regulations in the last few years and also the upcoming regulations are focusing on these requirements again and again. Also, the audit quality means consultation on any unusual and unprecedented and challenging situations and providing the best amicable solutions to the companies without compromising on the professional grounds. So this is again an important characteristic for being a successful assurance professional. In recent Forbes survey where auditors, accountants and other respondents commented that the future of the audit and assurance profession will evolve around technology, regulatory environment, global economy and risk management, and these are some of the key drivers and themes around which the profession evolves around nowadays or in the next immediate future. So I keep saying in different various forums, your signature is your power as your auditors. So it's been a great satisfaction for me, as you said, 251 auditors registry. Now seeing my number in the last 14 years, signing off on multi-billion-dollar balance sheets gives you a lot of pride. It's called the pride of public trust. I used to call it. So this is something which you get as an assurance professional. And finally, believing in the concept of client for life. Setting up yourself as the client trusted advisor and not just as an auditor. This has also given me immense satisfaction all these years, and this comes in with client relationship at the right level and being genuine always, with a clear and open, transparent communication. With that, you earn that respect and you get that relationship going and relying on solution-oriented approach than fault-finding approach. So these are some of the attributes. If you have that, you can be a real successful professional in a big four firm or even any mid-sized professional services firm. Over to you, Nilan.
I think that you have elaborated and analyzed, I would say the past, present and future of audit in a very, very power-packed manner. If I draw some of the points of what C. Rajeshwar said and you said, one common point is there, love for the profession.
Yep.
So Mr. Rajeshwar said about love for the profession, and you also spoke that when we see, there is probably not a single week when we don't find, sir, your name in the local dailies, especially during the season time, signing the multi-billion real or multi-billion dollar balance sheet. And then we see that is signed by the Gopal Balasubramaniam, an Indian chartered accountant, of which you have been immensely proud of.
Thank you.
So that shows the love of profession. And, it's, I think in my own view, it's the love of profession which will probably keep you ever youthful.
Sure.
And that we can see in all of the esteemed panelists, and who can be the shining example more than C. and Dilip Thakkar sir.
Yep.
And of course you and Rajeshwar sir also. So very, very greatly, and I would say passionately said, sir. Thank you very much. We have another question also for you, sir.
Sure.
Yeah, very important. Sir, you have provided by way of articles, by way of interviews in a forum like this, insight into the economic landscape of Qatar on a very, very prestigious forums. Can you please share your views on the vibrant economy of Qatar and opportunities for the finance professional, especially those who wish to set up the practice in Qatar?
Good.
Please.
Yeah, sure. See, it's been one amazing journey of this small country for the last, I would say, 3 decades, close to 3 decades I've been here. From almost ground zero to skyscrapers in every corner of its land, by monetizing its natural resources well. The world's biggest gas exporter status has really helped Qatar to become the world's richest country in terms of GDP per capita and the tag of one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Now, yes, it's one of the vibrant economies in the world with a rich background of history and culture, and is also considered as one of the leading business centers in the region. World Bank has noted in its report that Qatar economy is expected to rise 3.4% by 2021, driven by its higher service growth, service sector growth. In the recently concluded last week, we had the Qatar Economic Forum where the state head, His Highness Emir, talked proudly about Qatar, and also a lot of leaders from Qatar and also from different parts of the world. Where they dwelled into what are the serious issues which are challenging issues for the global economy, and how they can relate it to Qatar's scenario, and how Qatar is able to tick the boxes in various fields and stand tall. So there are a lot of things which the leadership has done well, which has really put Qatar on world map. In terms of the opportunities, yes, as we see, Qatar is one of the fastest growing economies where different sectors there's multiple opportunities apart from the hydrocarbons. There's been a lot of investment which is happening on healthcare, education, sporting activities, keeping, in fact, one of the recent interviews, the Minister of Commerce and Industry said, Qatar wants to become a regional hub for trade and investment hub, in fact, heavily investing on the logistics services, so these are various sectors where Qatar is really focusing on its growth. And today is one of the I would say landmark days in the history of Doha chapter of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, where ICAI signed a MOU with Qatar Financial Center, where we are already having a setup. So this is going to open new opportunities for Indian professionals, finance professionals. They can set up professional services from, not necessarily in audit, because audit you have certain restrictions, because even if you have a professional services outfit in QFC, you need to have an auditor's registry license from Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Without that, you will not be able to practice audit. But that is not, which is known, this is still possible. And in fact, we have had detailed discussions with Ministry of Commerce and Industry officials that they are willing to open up, or in fact, they have given some auditor's registry license for people who have set up professional services unit in QFC. So this is possible, and you can definitely set up professional services firm for audit, for tax services, for whole of consulting services, which I know a lot of companies, a lot of professional services firms in India are delivering. They can do that in Qatar Financial Center, and there will be more opportunities after this MOU, which is what I feel. There are other free trade zones as well in Qatar, as you may be aware of. Qatar Science Technology Park is there. Qatar Free Zone Authority, this is another game changer. They are going to offer a lot of opportunities for making in Qatar initiatives. So more and more companies are going to come in. And in fact, Ministry of Commerce from last year, has started issuing licenses really fast for 100% owned by entities owned 100% by foreigners in selected sectors. But the whole approval process is really swift. Within 2 days, you get a license from the single window in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So these are some of the landmark measures which the state has been taking, and these are going to only give more and more opportunities for Indian professionals, especially financial professionals, to start working in Qatar. I think that's about it for your question, and I'll be more than happy to answer anyone. I know if anyone wants to consult with me in terms of how to set up this firm, I'm more than happy to help them out. It's not like I'm opening a competition for KPMG, not at all. After all, it's Indian blood and Indian vein. I would love to see more and more Indian professionals taking advantage of opportunities in this country. This is one large cake, and everybody should have a share of it. And without collaboration and coexistence, it's very difficult to say that we can succeed. And I think that's about it for this question, Nilam.
Yes. Thank you very much, Gopal sir. And when you spoke about the collaboration and coexistence, it's not about being interdependent on each other. It also reminds me what the ICAI President sir today said in his speech to us, that when we collaborated with or made a tie-up with Qatar Financial Center Authority, he also spoke the same words on which you spoke, that we can't do without collaborating with each other, especially when the dynamics are changing very fast, especially when the future is volatile.